The innocent liar. This type of liar doesn't usually intend to cause harm. The lie often comes from fear, embarrassment, or desire to avoid trouble. Children often start here, telling small lies to escape punishment. Even adults fall into this pattern when they feel cornered, choosing a quick falsehood over an uncomfortable truth. The habitual liar. For this person, lying becomes a routine rather than a choice. It happens so often that it feels natural, sometimes even unnecessary. Over time, the line between truth and fiction becomes blurred, and they may lie even when honesty would be easier. This pattern often develops from long-term insecurity or learned behavior. The compulsive liar. Unlike the habitual liar, this type feels an internal urge to lie without clear benefit. The lies can be detailed, dramatic, and sometimes pointless. It is less about gaining something and more about an uncontrollable impulse. In some cases, it connects to deeper psychological conditions or a need for attention and identity. The white liar. These lies are told to protect feelings or maintain social harmony. People use them in everyday situations, like complimenting something they don't truly like. Society often accepts this type because it reduces conflict, even though it still bends the truth. The self-serving liar. This liar is driven by personal gain. The goal may be money, status, or advantage over others. The lie is usually calculated, chosen carefully to benefit the person telling it. In competitive environments, this type appears more often, especially when rewards are high and consequences seem distant. The defensive liar. Here, the lie acts as a shield. It appears when someone feels accused, threatened, or exposed. Instead of facing blame or responsibility, they reshape the story to protect themselves. This behavior often comes from fear of judgment or punishment. The exaggerator. This person stretches the truth rather than completely replacing it. Small details become bigger, achievements become more impressive, and stories become more dramatic. The goal is usually to appear more interesting, capable, or important in the eyes of others. The manipulative liar. This type uses lies as a tool to control people or situations. The intention goes beyond simple gain and moves into influence. They may twist facts, create false narratives, or hide key information to guide others' decisions. Over time, this can damage trust deeply because the deception is strategic. The pathological liar. This is one of the most extreme forms. The lying is persistent, often complex, and sometimes disconnected from reality. The person may believe their own stories or lose track of what is true. It is not always about clear benefits, but rather a deeply rooted behavioral pattern. The protective liar. Unlike the defensive liar, this type lies to protect someone else. It could be to shield a friend, family member, or even a group. In many cultures, this kind of lie is seen as loyalty, even though it still involves deception. The intention feels justified, which makes it harder to challenge. The opportunistic liar. This liar acts when the moment presents itself. There is no long-term plan, but when an easy chance appears, they take it. The lie is often quick, situational, and driven by immediate benefit. If there is no opportunity, they may not lie at all. The denial liar. This type refuses to accept reality even when evidence is clear. The lie is not just told to others, but also to themselves. It often appears in situations involving guilt, failure, or painful truths. Over time, this form of lying can distort a person's understanding of their own life.